Hey, free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. I would like to start off this video by apologizing for a very blatant mistake that I made. And I actually mentioned in a previous video that we are going to get the Rewind event, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were expecting it and like super hyped about it, only to be disappointed that we are not going to get it for this current event. And I'm very apologetic about it, and I'm so sorry that I made that mistake. I should have been a little bit more cautious about the time limitation on the previous Rewind event in the testing server, because that would actually confirm with me that the Rewind event was actually just a spillover from the previous one. It wasn't actually a brand new Rewind event. But anyway, with that out of the way, I would like to talk a little bit more for this video about what you should do with this mysterious shady man, right? So this is going to be the mysterious trader. Apparently the NPC in the story has developed some secret technology to upgrade your espers for free, and I think it's extremely important to know what exactly we can do with these limited chances. So as you can see on the left, we only have 2 chances for epic resonance, and on the right we only have 1 chance for a free legendary resonance. So it is very important for us to know exactly what we are doing and to make sure that we do not regret whatever that we are choosing to do with our limited options here. So one thing that you might notice is that while Daddy Free to Play, you have very few epic espers. That is not true at all. I have almost all the epic espers, if not every single one of them, save for a couple of shimmer types. And the reason why there are only so few here is because the rest of them are already fully resonated. So the first point that I want to bring across is that it is going to be extremely easy, or rather it's comparatively easier for you to fully resonate a normal type esper as opposed to a shimmer type esper. So the espers that you see here are primarily shimmer types, right? Shimmer here, shimmer, 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 shimmer. Yeah, it was unnecessary for me to say that, but yeah. And opposed to the shimmer types, who else are remaining? It's basically just a new esper. So for example, we have Xiao In here, Li Guang, Meredith and Nick, these two, and of course this, I forgot his name, his trash. They are the event espers, which means that I think currently we are not able to get more copies of them. I haven't actually been able to draw Meredith thus far, I'm not sure why. But anyway, this is what you can expect. And my recommendation for you for the first point is that I think it makes a lot more sense for you to choose a shimmer type esper, not just for the epics, but also for the legendaries as well. I think in terms of all the espers that you have, it makes the most sense for you to resonate your shimmer types. And the reason for that is very simple, right? Your shimmer types are just going to be extremely hard to come by, which means that this is going to be one of the very few opportunities for you to raise your shimmer type espers as far as you can. So that would be point number 1. And now point number 2, this is where things get a little bit more complicated, and I cannot actually give you a straight answer on who your preference should be, right? So for example, there is a new system over here, right? Take a look at my Gabriel here. There is a brand new system here. So it's very hard for me to tell you exactly what you should do, because some of the nodes make more sense for you to chase as opposed to other nodes. So for example, if let's say you want to resonate a certain esper as opposed to another esper because you use the first one a little bit more, for example, or maybe like the first esper is a shimmer type and the second esper is not a shimmer type, but your next option here is going to be an extremely powerful node. Then if that's the case, then I think it might make a little bit more sense to target the non-shimmer type, just because you're able to unlock something a little bit more powerful, which could potentially push your current team to a greater height, for example. So this is the part where I need you to do a little bit of self-education just to figure out what you should do based on the espers that you're using, and figure out whether is it the smartest move for you to target one esper as opposed to another. So for example, if you're really crazy about speed cleaving like me, right? For example, like me, and let's say you only need 1 more esper to resonate and unlock this preemptive attack, which is going to be huge for speed cleaving. Then obviously it's going to make a lot more sense for you to choose that one particular esper that you have, because it's going to make the most sense either way. It's going to make your PvP so much easier, right? 6% damage is a lot. So that would be point number 2, which is to decide based on the node that your espers are currently at and whether or not they will unlock something that you really require. And then my third and final point is very simple, right? This is just going to be, who do you use the most? Now the thing is, there are a bunch of espers over here that you would use a lot, right? So for example, maybe you might use Liling a lot. You may use Tia a lot for PvP, for example, but the thing is, you're only going to use her in PvP, you're not going to use her elsewhere, so it may not be the smartest choice to select her for the free resonance. But like I said, this is also going to be a maybe situation, and maybe like let's say if you have a Clara, I think Clara is also going to be an excellent choice, because these are all espers that you use very frequently, right? But if I just push everything else aside, here are my personal picks. So For epics, my first pick is probably going to be Lin Xiao. Now the reason is very simple. You need her to unlock more of those nodes so that she can become a little bit more powerful and more useful in a lot of the situations where you use her in. So the thing is, if you have a Lin Xiao, she's going to be great in every single content. She's going to be great in PvP, going to be great in PvE, all kinds of PvE, and she's extremely powerful as well. So it really wouldn't hurt for you to upgrade her further. And I think another great choice might be a Nessidora as well, because a Nessidora, if you're able to unlock the hasty actions, whatever that is, that increases her speed by 10 when she's on cooldown, that is quite good for her. It's quite good for her. And as for the legendary Espers, if you have any Shima types, I would highly recommend you to go for the Shima types and just forgo any of the non-Shima types because of just how rare it is to get a Shima legendary. And I think the best choice for you in terms of Shima legendaries is definitely going to be a JJ. I think JJ makes the most sense. But if you have an Unas, it also doesn't hurt for you to raise him as well because like I said, he's going to be able to unlock the 10 speed bonus on his Divine Talent, for example. So these are the 3 points that I have. They are just very simple points, but hopefully this would be enough for you to figure out how exactly you're going to use these currencies, right? Because as you can see here, the cost is extremely huge. And not only that, these are also extremely limited options as well. So you do not want to regret any of the choices you make, so hopefully you take a moment or two to think about what you want to do. And that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.